Okay, Mohawk Valley Herefords, here we are. Wanted to do a meet and greet video because we have not done that. This is my wife Andrea and I'm Adam, and we just wanted to do a meet and greet to tell you a little bit about Mohawk Valley Herefords and how we kind of started with our small family farm and how we started in the Hereford business and the challenges that we faced, getting started. And so basically, how long have we been doing cattle now?
Well, we started in 2005 with boar goats, actually, and then later we added in cattle.
And the first breed we started with was not Herefords. We started with Gelby, and then we went Charolais.
Beautiful.
And then we went Black Angus.
We did.
And then we finally saw the light and came around to the Hereford. But yeah, we did start with boar goats. Boar goats used to be pretty hot. Everybody thought that they were going to be a great lucrative commodity market, especially for smaller farms, because you could run a lot of goats per acre. And at one time, they were bringing really good money, a lot of your registered stuff, and they got into the percentages. You'd have full blood, purebred, certain percentage does that were boar bloodline, and I mean, you got into different colors. You could get dapples and reds and traditional, and there was some money there for a while, and then it just kind of poofed out. We found we weren't really goat people. We had some mishaps with goats.
Yes, we did.
So we got cattle probably the latter part of 2005.
Yep.
And we started with, like I said, we started from small beginnings, because I was not raised on a farm.
I was not either.
So we were
We were city kids.
not really, I wasn't city
Well,
kid.
I was.
She was.
I was.
But I was more suburb. Came from the sticks, went suburb, got her in the city, went back out to the sticks, right?
That's right.
So, basically we started 2005. We got into cattle, and at that time we were leasing land, trying to find land for lease.
That's right.
And that was a constant
Battle.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah. In our area, it was hard to do.
Leasing pasture is a nightmare. I had recently the UT financial guy say, "Oh, don't buy land. You need to lease it." That's a nightmare. Because in our experience, leasing property, it may look good on paper, but having to deal with property owners and their expectations, and then an ever-changing real estate market when property is worth more to sell than to farm.
There's no real guarantee that you're going to get to keep that property for a long term, or that your contract's not going to change.
Right.
When you're leasing.
So we ran into a lot of pitfalls with leasing. At one time we were leasing probably, 3 places?
3 different pastures.
Yeah. In 3 different locations in the area where we lived, and it was just working full time, going to those places, dealing with fence that's not your fence, but you're trying to mend and make work, and cows get out, and we've had phone calls late at night.
Yeah.
Cows getting out, and
Have to drive across town to go try to fix it. Not always easy.
No, it's not. So anyway, we started out 2005 with Gelby's. We got into Charolais for a while. I really like Charolais cattle, and so we had Charolais. We had some registered Charolais. We ended up going to Black Angus because we have little ones.
Yes.
And we had little ones. We still got little ones.
Again, yes.
Yeah, but our little ones at the time, there was a lot more opportunities for juniors in the Angus Association. So the American Angus Association does a lot for juniors, does a lot for young people wanting to get involved in shows, marketing, sales, clubs.
Right. In our area at the time, that was the bigger market's not the word, but
Well, I mean, it's Black Angus is big everywhere. I mean, we're a minority in our area,
Yes.
but it works for us.
Yes.
It does. It really does. We've kind of hit a niche market. But anyway, back to the Black Angus. They do a real good job at marketing and the things they offer, sponsoring different programs, scholarships, sales, shows, benefits, organizations, clubs you can be a part of. You can hold different positions, offices, and different clubs within that.
And our son did show for a little while, so.
Yeah, our niece started off showing our cattle, and then my son got old enough to where he could handle a heifer, and he showed. And so we weren't heavy in the show ring at all. We were very novice. It's a lot of work. I mean, basically, if you show cattle, you know that as the parent, you're doing all the work.
Yeah.
You're sweating like a mule, and you hand off them reins right at the last minute when they go in the ring, and there goes your son or daughter, and you're just sweating like a mule.
And that's not to mention all the time before you even get there.
Yeah.
In advance.
And then having to deal with competition.
Which can be very cutthroat.
Yeah. Depending on who you're dealing with.
That's right.
But we enjoy it, though, because it is good family time.
It is.
And it's good to have kids have a show heifer. It is.
Our kids loved it.
It's like a puppy, but maybe even you spend more time grooming it for sure.
Yes.
You don't wash a dog, multiple times a week and brush it every day. And
right, not usually.
Well, we don't.
We don't do that. Some people may.
So I'm just trying to go through the history of us and cattle just to kind of get you up to speed. So we had Black Angus. What happened was I bought our son a show heifer at a sale.
2012, I think.
It was at Clemson.
Yes.
Clemson, South Carolina. At Clemson University, they had a registered Angus sale. They have it. I think they still have it.
I haven't seen that.
It was called the Futurity Sale, Black Angus Futurity Sale. And I bought him a heifer there, and she was supposed to be good for a junior. She, looked good on her paperwork and
she's beautiful.
her pedigree, and got her home. She was wild as a buck.
Yeah.
My buddy come over and he said, "Oh, I can get that halter on that heifer," and he got the brakes beat off of it. So this heifer, she was just wild, 3 sheets to the wind always. If we got close to the barn, she would start pawing at the ground and snorting. So really, we didn't want a liability, and we didn't want anything to happen in the ring or with our son, and we just really didn't feel comfortable. So sent that heifer packing, and we found him a Hereford, and my grandmother, she went with me to pick that Hereford out.
Well, we had heard how calm they were and easy to work with, especially in the show ring. And so I think that's kind of...
Yeah, I'd never had a Hereford cow.
Yeah, we haven't.
So 2012 is when we first got our first Hereford, and she was a registered Hereford out of about time. And we named her Red Hotel.
Yes.
She was awesome.
Yes.
Should have never sold that cow.
No, she's still my favorite to this day, even though...
Yeah, she was really nice.
But we only sold her because we moved here, out of state.
Yeah, we moved states. We're originally from North Carolina.
Yes.
So now we're in Tennessee.
So we had to start over.
Well, we started our herd over.
Yes,
we sold out.
We had to.
And so we've started over, and Mohawk Valley Herefords is born.
Yeah.
So this year's been good so far. And our channel is basically going to be all things small family cattle farm.
Yes.
So encouraging the Hereford breed, encouraging
small family farms, small homesteads, farmsteads, beginner farmers, because we've done it.
Yeah, I wasn't raised on a ranch, and Mommy and Daddy didn't give me a ranch or give me a farm or give me land.
We've done it all ourselves.
And I know that happens, and lots of people get land and farms given to them, and that's awesome.
And we hope to do that with our kids.
Yes, so hopefully I can do that, but it wasn't.
It wasn't given to us.
No.
We had to figure it all out and learn on our own.
And God has blessed us to be able to buy this property and not lease anymore.
Right.
And so really, I think a lot of it was moving to Tennessee. The opportunity here was a lot better.
Right. Well, we knew that coming in too. When we first started talking about moving to Tennessee, we fell in love with it years ago when we came and bought, I think, a cow over here in the area.
Well, actually, there's a farm in South Carolina called Yon Family Farms, and we had bought a bull from there years back when we were doing Angus, and they did a really good job. But if you go back in their history, they wanted to cattle farm, and they were from another state, and they picked where they settled in South Carolina for a reason, because they were able to buy the property for a fair price, and it was good land to raise cattle on. And essentially, we did the same thing. Yes. So that puts us in Tennessee today, and we are going to. Well, yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
So we got the ducks and the goose coming over here.
Yeah.
They're wanting to get on camera.
Not sure if you see them, but you might can hear them.
Yeah. So basically, we want to encourage small farmers. We want to encourage young people who want to start their herds. And I'll say this, I've been very encouraged myself lately in selling the calves that we've sold. We've not sold all our calves for 2021, but we've sold some. And the ones that are ready to sell, we've sold.
We've sold them.
Yeah, we have no problem. So
No.
thank you
Yes.
to our buyers, our subscribers,
Yes.
the word of mouth, people who've heard of our farm,
Yes.
and that's
And
been
shared
awesome.
it with others.
Yes,
And we've met some great families and some young people who are wanting to continue.
that's what I was trying to say. The encouragement is from the young boys
Boys.
that have come and
Kids.
bought heifers from us
We
this
say
year
kids, but yes.
and had the money to do so, and because they wanted to start their own herd. And they've got great ideas. And you know, you don't have to have 1,000 acres and 1,000 head of cattle to be in the green. And that's one thing that I have been challenged with recently in dealing with USDA and the UT, University of Tennessee. They do a lot with the USDA. It's kind of intertwined. And if you've ever dealt with USDA, it's a blessing, but it is also, it can be exhausting.
It is exhausting.
But I kind of got discouraged from what I was being told as a cow-calf producer, and it really was discouraging.
It was. But we've already went above and beyond what we were told we would be able to do
Yes.
within just weeks.
Yeah. So,
Within just weeks.
yeah, we don't want to say we told you so, but we did.
We told you so.
We'll show you so. How about
That's
that?
right. We'll show you. We'll prove it.
So anyway, God's blessed us, and we hope to encourage others. You know, we're always learning. I'm always learning.
Still.
You know, our kind of motto here is quality, not
Over.
quantity.
That's right.
Yes. Our farm is a small farm.
It is.
There are smaller farms. There's larger farms.
Oh, yes.
So our whole niche is quality over quantity. And we also want to help other farmers,
Right.
families starting out, you know, to be an encouragement and not be a Debbie Downer.
Right. And don't think you can't do it. If you had known us when we did first start in 2005, you would have laughed at us saying
Oh,
we
I
were
had a
going
lo-
to farm.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
people did.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Most people did laugh at us, but
And the old, you know, the guys, you know, the coworkers and the friends who grew up in it, I guess maybe weren't fond of it
right.
and had bad memories
They were
of it.
discouraging.
Yeah.
Except one. You had one good friend who
I did.
never discouraged, even though he knew,
Tony.
yes, a lot of the things we would face, he encouraged. And we want to pass that on. We want to do the same for others.
Yes. So you can take 5 acres and a couple of heifers and get started, right?
We started with 1 acre and we kept growing.
True.
We made it work.
We only owned 1
Right,
acre at that time.
right. And that was before we started leasing too.
In 2005, we owned 1 acre.
And we had a bull and a did we have a heifer there then too?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was something.
The very first cattle we bought was that Gelby. She
Right.
had a steer. I bought a bred Gelby cow. It was a 3-in-1. Okay, if you hear anybody say a 3-in-1, that means you're buying a cow. She's pregnant and she's got a calf. That's a
Right.
3-in-1. So I bought a 3-in-1.
Yep.
It was a red Gelby mama cow. She was probably 7'8", and she had a steer calf on her.
Mhm.
She was bred back. Of course, what happened? She prolapsed.
Of course.
So
Our first experience. We didn't even know what that was.
yeah, right off the
We
bat,
learned.
prolapsed.
Quick.
So now that I've been in cattle long enough to know, chances are she had prolapsed before.
Right.
So maybe the seller wasn't very honest on that deal.
But we do not know
I can't
that.
say for sure,
Right.
but learned a lot about that through that very first experience, and that would be enough to discourage a lot of young people. I'm sure I said a lot of wordy dirds
We
throughout
did.
that.
We did, I'm sure.
So, we got through that, but that was where we started, was a 3-in-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to Charolais Bull.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we got a Charolais Bull because I needed to breed her back.
Mm-hmm.
So, welcome to our channel. We will try to keep it fun, upbeat, but I'll still show you the times that I fail,
Absolutely.
the mistakes that I make. You can go back and look at my inline hay feeder.
It's
Con-
still standing.
It's still there. It's just gnarly.
right.
But the concept works, and I'm not finished with it. I'm going to get it ready for winter, and I'm going
That's
to do a
right.
video on that because I'm
We'll
actually
try
going
it
to get a
again.
stronger feeder. I need to do me a high-use pad around it for the mud that everybody spoke of, which I knew all that.
Right.
So, and another thing, I've got an idea how to attach it to my posts, which will take the rigidity out of it, where hopefully it won't bend the feeder. It'll move. It'll be flexible. But anyway, I'll show you the times I fail. I'll show you the times that we don't fail, but we'll just keep it transparent and honest.
Yeah. If we're nothing else, we are real people.
Yeah, and honest.
That's right. All the time.
So, if you want to know something, I'll tell you. If I don't know, I won't tell you.
Yeah. Ask questions, leave comments. We'll be happy to.
And like our
Oh.
channel if you don't mind, and subscribe.
Yes.
Of
and
course.
share it with others.
Yeah, tell other people that you met 2 people who started from nothing with a
Yeah.
3-in-1 that prolapsed right off the bat,
Yeah.
and now they're
We have many more stories that we can share.
so many, and I'll keep going.
Yeah.
I'll keep going. But as it sits now, God has been good to us. We are growing our channel. Our Facebook page is killer.
Yes.
We've got tons of followers, and
And that is how we were able to do so well with our first batch of calves this
Yes.
year. was
we
through
are essentially
Facebook.
branding our small farm,
We are.
which is key, guys.
It is key.
It is
Get
key.
your name and get it out there.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yes.
And there's a way to do it and not be arrogant.
I hope we're not being arrogant.
Well, some people may not want to promote themselves or their farm because they feel it could be arrogant.
Oh.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing it to try to sell my calves
Right.
and not hold on to them because I don't want to take anything to the stockyard. I don't buy anything at the stockyard,
Right.
and I don't sell anything at the stockyard, guys. So anyway, like and subscribe, share, talk, comment, ask questions. If you've got ideas for videos, things you want to see coming up, sure, let's hear them. So what do we have coming up? You had a really good idea.
We are supposed to get one of our own steers. Will be going in soon, and so we get to fill our freezer up for the year. We are excited about that, and in doing so, we want to be able to share maybe some recipes with you guys. My daughter and I love to cook, her more than me, but we are hoping to share some beef recipes from our Hereford beef
Yeah, so
coming up.
she's talking about our personal steer that we've raised. We also
Yes.
sell beef,
Right.
which we have sold some, and we've still got some for sale. If you're in the East Tennessee area, we sell it by the quarter or the half or the whole.
Yes.
Our beef is always Hereford influenced, so it's either going to be pure Hereford or it's
Yep.
going to be 50, most of it's 7/8.
Yeah.
So we don't have any steers that's not 7/8 Hereford.
Right.
So it'll be an 8th Angus if we have any black bodies.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll always be Hereford influenced beef because we're really passionate about that. So your beef videos you share will be on Hereford beef and using our Hereford beef.
Yes.
Our steer is purebred.
Yes.
Actually, the steers we're selling are purebred. They're pure Hereford. But
This year.
that was a great idea, and that's something that her and my daughter is going to do. And then for me, we're going to start trying. I've got some calves behind me that we saved. They go back to our Star Lake Cattle Ranch genetics that we've got, and so we've got to retain those because that is, in my opinion, Star Lake Cattle Ranch. I mean, you don't. Who's got that? Who's got those cows still? You know, their dispersal, I think, was in 2012. I think is when they dispersed. And we've still got 2 of their brood cows. They're older cows. They're still producing, still good bags, still hold good weight, still move good, feet good, udders, eyes, got their wits about them.
They had great calves.
So I've got 2 heifers that go back to the Star Lake genetics that we are going to start halter breaking.
Yes.
And that will be fun, and I will get the help of our sons and maybe my daughter in that. So that video should go up within the next week.
Yes.
I'm going to try to put a halter on them tomorrow. But tonight, I know the sun's going down. Yes. Look at that sunset. It's nice.
Yep. And it's bedtime for our littles.
Yeah. So we're going to sign off. Adam.
And Andrea, so nice to meet you all.
Mohawk Valley Herefords.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Hit the notification icon, and it'll let you know when we have a new video. It'll automatically alert you. I get alerts all the time from the different channels that I'm subscribed to.
Yes, many.
And we sure appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you for watching.
And check out our Facebook page and Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
We're big on Facebook and Instagram, and it's been a real blessing.
It sure has.
So the first takeaway, if you're getting into cattle, market well.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to get on social media. Don't be afraid to promote your brand. Your brand is your farm.
That's right.
Right. No matter how big or how small.
That's right.
I'll say this last thing.
Okay.
The very first Herefords that ever came to America, okay, from the beginning, was 1 heifer, 1 cow, and 1 bull. They came over from England. The ship left, was it Liverpool? The ship's name was Mohawk. And they came over here and they docked in Baltimore. And that's how it started. Every Hereford in America came from that 1 heifer, 1 cow, and 1 bull that was imported to this country. It was in the 1800s, and I can't remember the exact year. I want to say 1817. Because when they came over here, they were called the 17s.
That may be right.
That's what they called them, the 17s, because they were brought to this country in 1817.
Yes.
So keep in mind, guys, big things can happen from small beginnings.
That's right.
God bless you. God bless your farms. Stay safe.
Love your neighbor as yourself.
Perfect. All right, honey.